The public needs to understand just how broken our immigration system is, that there isn't some line for undocumented people to get into such that they can so-called legally immigrate, that asylum is rarely granted.
We're here today calling for the abolition of ICE, an end to borders, and just an end to the attitudes that are causing people to criminalize and detain migrants.
I'm Jewish, and I know that the stories that are happening from ICE-built concentration camps are so similar to the stories of my family members who were survivors and victims of the Holocaust.
We also need to be out here to protect our sanctuary city and protect the fact that DC is supposed to stand for something different.
We're here in Fairfax where folks who are picked up by ICE are then detained.
The Fairfax Adult Detention Center, that's where I ended up yesterday when I was arrested for blocking that entrance. And that's also where immigrants are held. Fairfax County makes a profit off of that, and they balance their budget on the backs of immigrants being detained by ICE.
People are being torn apart from their families, actually detained in prisons for the administrative convenience of the U.S. government is completely unacceptable. I mean, they shouldn't be detained for criminal reasons either.
So if you're against the death penalty in general, you should be against deportation because that's an effective death sentence.
Deportation itself requires tearing families apart and sending individuals to almost unfathomably terrible circumstances that they were trying to flee in the first place and that were caused by the United States policies in those countries. For example, the authoritarian regimes that we have propped up in Central American countries.
When you give the government the power to deport human beings, it's a power that's going to be abused.
The work that a lot of groups are doing and have been doing since, through the Obama administration even, they don't get nearly enough press.
No, it's actually disappointing that there wasn't much media coverage of it yesterday.
Media should be telling people that ICE is new. It hasn't been around for that long, and there's no reason not to abolish it and get rid of this terrible Gestapo-like organization.
And the media can do a crucial job in helping just what it's like to be torn from your family, from your children, from your parents, after living in a place for decades.
The best way to frame it is an ethical and a moral question. Do we want to have children in cages? Do we want to have giant camps where we lock up thousands and thousands of people? Or do we want to live in a society where people are treated with dignity? There is no humane ICE, there is no better policy of deportation.
People need to stand up now to stop the rising tides of fascist, xenophobic, racist policies.